y'all, welcome back to my kitchen, or welcome if you are new. My name is Bethany, or Budget Bethany, and I like to post these What's for Breakfast videos about once a month just to give y'all some easy budget friendly breakfast ideas. Alright, so up first we're going to make some French toast. I'm pretty sure everybody has made their own version of French toast, but I'm going to show y'all how I make my French toast, and I always like to serve my French toast with some fresh fruit. On this day I used raspberries, and it's really good. It's more like a sweet and sour texture, flavor, whatever. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So I just cracked in 3 eggs. I'm going to whisk those up, and then I'm going to dump in about a cup of milk and some ground cinnamon and some brown sugar. Now that your butter's all melted in your pan, you're going to take your 1 loaf of white bread, or whatever kind of bread you prefer. You could even use like the Texas toast bread. That works really well. But you'll just dip it in that egg mixture, and then you'll put it in your pan and let it cook on both sides until it looks like the egg is done, because you want to make sure that egg is done, of course. And I just kind of flip mine and let them cook about 2 or 3 minutes on each side, and then I take them up and I sprinkle on some powdered sugar, some syrup, and put on my fresh fruit. And up next, we're going to be making my famous sausage brunch. I've had this in a What's for dinner in the past, but I've never had it in a What's for breakfast for whatever reason. But I've been making this since I was like 13 years old in the 4-H. That's where I got the recipe from. My 4-H advisor actually helped me find this recipe, and I made it in a competition in 4-H. So that's a really fun fact, I guess. I was in 4-H. But anyway, I was showing y'all some of my fresh hog that we had processed. My husband is a hunter and fisherman, if you were new here and you didn't know that. So I'm just browning this up in my skillet. While it's still browning, I'm going to start making the egg mixture, and you're going to crack open 6 eggs into your bowl. And really quick, I want to show y'all I cracked that egg open, and it had 2 yolks in it. Alright, so once you get those eggs good and beat up, you're going to add in your cup of milk and your cup of cheese. And I did add a little bit of mozzarella cheese that I just had left over and I needed to use up before it went bad. Also, on this day, I added some of the Fiesta cheese, but you can add whatever kind of cheese you like. I've added just plain old shredded cheddar cheese before, plain old shredded mozzarella cheese, and it really doesn't matter about the cheese. You just add whatever you prefer, whatever you like. And then once you drain off the grease off your sausage, you're going to dump your sausage in there as well. And you're going to mix that up, and then you're going to get your crescent rolls and start patting those out in the bottom of your pan. Then you're going to dump this mixture over on top of those crescent rolls. And then at this very moment, I realized that I was out of nonstick cooking spray, so I just used some good old butter. Also, I was so happy whenever I found these crescent roll sheets at my Walmart. I've been looking for them for many years now, and my Walmart just never had them, or either they didn't have them whenever I went. But I finally found some, and these are so much easier to use than using the crescent rolls and having to piece them together and everything like that. With these, all you got to worry about is making sure that the ends come up high enough that your mixture doesn't go up under it, and it was a life changer, y'all. I highly recommend using the crescent roll sheets over the crescent rolls. Also, y'all, I completely forgot to mention that this recipe does call for 2 cups of cheese, so I'm just adding the other cup of cheese right here on top just to make the top all good and cheesy. Then you're just going to bake this by the directions on the back of that crescent roll tube. And here she is once she comes out of the oven. I like to sprinkle a little bit of hot sauce on mine, but it's perfect just the way it is. Alright, y'all, so moving into the third and final breakfast idea that I have for y'all. It's just some good old cinnamon roll pigs in the blanket. So it's like a sweet twist on regular old pigs in the blanket. So you'll need some Portland sausage and a tube of cinnamon rolls. So right here I'm just browning up my sausage, and I'm not going to cook them all the way through, just about maybe halfway, because I'm going to bake them in the oven also, but I just don't want to get my family sick by putting raw sausage in there, and I'm pretty sure they're not going to be done by the time the cinnamon rolls are done. So anyway, I'm browning mine up, but you can also buy the pre-cooked sausage, and then you can just skip that step completely. Alright, so now that my sausage are done browning up, we're going to get ready to start rolling them in our cinnamon rolls. And I've seen 2 different steps of how you could do this. So you can unroll the cinnamon roll and roll the sausage up in there like I'm doing right here.
Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning.
Or you can just take the whole cinnamon roll and mash it flat and then roll your sausage up in there like that. Either way works out really good, but I prefer to unroll the cinnamon roll and roll it up that way. That just seemed to work better for me, but I'm pretty sure it just depends on the person and what works best for you. But either way, they turn out just the same.
Wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Turn this room, turn it to an ocean. Let me float around. Eyes closed, like we're dreaming even when we're not. You and me got a whole other me.
Instead of making y'all watch me roll up all these things, I'm just going to use some YouTube magic and get these things rolled up and baked in the oven. By the way, you do bake these by the directions on the back of your crescent roll package.
Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake.
And then once they cool down, I just drizzled on the icing that you would normally drizzle on your cinnamon rolls, and this is how they look. It's kind of like a sweet and salty flavor, the salty from the sausage and then the sweet from the cinnamon rolls. I highly recommend y'all giving this breakfast idea a try. This was my absolute favorite.
I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Say what you wanna say to me now.
Alright, y'all, I'm so sorry that all good things have to come to an end, but that's all I got for y'all for this month's What's for Breakfast video. If y'all enjoyed it, please don't forget to leave me a big old thumbs up. It really helps out my channel so very much. And if you're not already, I hope you'll consider subscribing to my channel and keep on hanging out with us. I like to produce all kind of foodie content over here, as well as some cleaning and some grocery haul. So if you're interested in any of that, like I said, I hope you'll hit that subscribe button. But y'all, thank y'all so very much for watching this What's for Breakfast video, and I'll catch you all in the very next video. Bye, y'all.